The U.S. fertility rate fell to a record low, declining 2% from a year ago, according to the Centers for Disease Control, or CDC. This marks the lowest rate recorded since the government began tracking the data in the 1930s.
Asia's largest economy also saw another year of population decline, despite government efforts to boost a flagging birth rate and to stave off a demographic crisis.
In recent years, a remarkable trend has emerged across the globe: population decline. While many view this phenomena as a crisis, we can argue it presents a unique opportunity, one that challenges the long-held belief that economic success hinges on relentless growth. Falling population growth refers to a decline in the rate at which a population increases, often measured by the annual percentage change in population size. This phenomena occurs when the number of births fall below the number of deaths or when emigration exceeds immigration. According to the UN, the world population growth rate has fallen from over 2% annually in the 60s to around 1% today. In many developed countries and increasingly in developing nations, birth rates have fallen below replacement levels. But what if this trend could be the catalyst for a more sustainable and equitable economic future? One key element for falling population growth is lower birth rates, which are influenced by increased access to education, particularly for women. As education levels rise, individuals tend to delay childbirth and choose smaller family sizes. Additionally, improved healthcare has led to lower infant mortality rates, which means families often feel less pressure to have multiple children for assurance of survival. Economic factors also play a role. As countries develop, urbanization and the rising cost of living often lead to smaller family norms. Together, these factors paint a picture of a shifting demographic landscape, prompting a re-evaluation of how we approach issues such as resource allocation, environmental sustainability, and workforce management. For decades, we have been led to believe that economic vitality equates to unending growth. This belief speculates that without an ever-increasing population and consumption, economies will stagnate. However, this perspective is fundamentally flawed. As we push the limits of our planet's resources, it is crucial to consider what truly constitutes a successful economy. Imagine economies that thrive on sustainability, creativity, and human well-being, rather than merely chasing numbers. A small population can enable us to focus on quality of life, environmental stewardship, and a more equitable distribution of resources. This transition calls for a redefinition of economic success. Instead of relying solely on GDP as the benchmark, we can explore alternative metrics such as happiness, health, and environmental impact. For example, Bhutan has famously prioritized gross national happiness over GDP, demonstrating that well-being can be a more meaningful indicator of success. With a declining population, we can invest more in each individual's potential, nurturing talent and fostering innovation in ways that become unfeasible in overcrowded environments. The idea is simple. Fewer people can lead to more opportunities for each person, allowing for deeper relationships and more focused support systems. With fewer people, there can be less strain on public services such as healthcare, education, and infrastructure. Additionally, reduced competition for jobs and housing can contribute to greater economic stability. Declining populations could significantly reduce the strain on our planet's resources. A smaller demographic footprint means lower carbon emissions, reduced waste, and less pressure on our ecosystems. For instance, today, humanity uses resources equivalent to what 1.7 Earths can provide. We are depleting resources faster than our planet can replenish them. A shift towards sustainability can allow us to live within the ecological limits of our planet. As we face the reality of population decline, the focus can shift towards enhancing community resilience. Imagine communities that prioritize local food systems, renewable energy, and sustainable transportation. This vision is not just idealistic, it is already being realized in various parts of the world. So what does this new path look like? It's about embracing new narratives. This could prove to be an opportunity to redefine economic models that are preoccupied with perpetual growth and mass consumption and instead establish new practices that are rooted in equity and sustainability. A declining population can spur innovation in unexpected ways. It provides an opportunity for new economic theories and norms that respect the limits of growth. One such model is the steady-state economy, which advocates for an economy that balances production and consumption within the planet's ecological limits. With fewer people, we can foster local economies that prioritize community needs over distant markets. This could lead to stronger social bonds and a great sense of purpose. Cooperative businesses and local artisans can thrive, encouraging creativity and collaboration instead of competition. Countries like Finland and Denmark demonstrate that a focus on sustainability and well-being can yield positive outcomes even amidst declining populations. In Finland, investments in education, healthcare, and environmental protection have led to high levels of happiness and productivity even as birth rates decline. Embracing technology can mitigate labor shortages, while targeted policies, particularly for the aged, can enhance community resilience and quality of life. Additionally, focusing on sustainable development allows regions to capitalize on their unique strengths, turning potential challenges into opportunities. We must recognize that a smaller population can lead to a healthier planet and happier communities. We have the opportunity to create economies that prioritize well-being over mere consumption. As we navigate the complexities of population decline, let's embrace this opportunity to build a future that values sustainability, community, and human flourishing. The challenge lies not in resisting change, but in redefining success. This shift in perspective is not just necessary, it's imperative. Together, we can create a world that thrives within its limits, ensuring prosperity for generations to come.